Welcome back once again to 60 parsecs. Let's jump straight into it. Now we're on Tom Thompson. Everyone's first impression of Tom Thompson is that is that of a decorative major, brave, courageous, a man who's seen it all, sporting a dastardly eye patch and a coat of once magnificent blonde hair. Tom believes himself to be everyone's dreams come true, and the personification of an American hero. Except none of this is true. I'm pretty sure I read that completely wrong. So I want to use this time to explore this stuff.
Hey.
Grab you, grab this. Grab the book. Grab this. There's just a bunch of soup over here. Put that in there. Grab you. Grab you. Grab you. Grab you. Alright, this is... Alright, we got it. Let's go! There we go. A good scavenge there. And let's go. Wait for it. There it is. Okay, so I kind of forgot to explain what I'm doing. So for these last two captains, I want to try to get the last two space endings. Because I know there's two more space endings that I didn't get. So to make these ending episodes a bit more interesting, I'm going to try to get the last two space endings. Must be Tom. Yeah, Board. See, hoarder, item bonus. You find a lot of things. Have you been carrying these things the whole time? I have no idea what that means, but I guess I find items better? Probably. Okay, so I have a theory I want to test with the speech. Whichever character has the most in these stats becomes loyal first. So, for example, if I were to do an intelligence speech, Emmett will be loyal before this person. So let's find out. And chemicals is going to be more useful in space, because I can't scavenge in space. Let's see if it went well. A clever speech sounded like a great idea. Of course, that only works if whoever gives it is, well, witty enough. Your tongue suddenly stopped working, and all you could utter was yarp. If your intent was to, was to distress or absolutely horrify your crew, then you made it, Captain. They are visibly upset. I think I registered someone talking about jumping up the airlock. To cheer you up after this little fiasco, I allow myself to borrow the ammunition. It will produce some useful chemicals for you daily. So it went absolutely well, Captain. There appears to be an error. I have broke it, but please fix me 3. System error 3. Quick action required. Please, Captain, do something. Do something. I am not sure how long I can stay optimal. Act fast. So, well, it's a 50-50, and since intelligence didn't work last time. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff. We have a shovel. Oh, too bad you were not able to take more supplies with you. Captain, wait, what? There's more? I dare not ask you how you smuggled this on board, so I got a shovel. Hello again, Captain. Thank you for fixing that nasty error. It was a real pain in the wrong. I admit punching my hardware was a curious strategy, but if it works on your TV set back on Earth, why wouldn't it work on a state-of-the-art $1 million computer? The crew was impressed by you with it. Just remember that violence is not always the answer. only every second time. Good news, Captain. Alright, good job, Emmett. Correction. We have 10 seconds. Such a good job. He's now my payload officer. Well, this night just got interesting. A nightmare wakes you up. As you adjust your eyes to the darkness, you suddenly realize that you're not alone. You can make a silhouette of a person in the shadows. It's motionless, but it seems to be staring right at you. You can't just ignore it, Captain. What will you do? I will use my lighter I brought aboard and see what it is. That was a fun night, Captain. When you woke up, you noticed someone standing in the shadows. The figure did not move, it just stared. Terrified, you used the lighter to see the mysterious visitor clearly, and believe it or not, your worst nightmare just turned out to be a mask hanging on a coat rack. You were so spooked. You were so spooked. Quite funny, really. I'm sure we'll laugh about it all tomorrow. Here, I'll start now. Ha ha. It's bizarre that you did not notice the mask on board before, but you're not the one to look a gift horse in the mouth, are you? Just be glad you found it, Captain. And I promise to stop laughing at you sometime next week. Oh yes, you can keep them. This has never gone wrong. What did go wrong? Yes. Alright, so you do that. Yeah, now she's my commune. Interesting new, it appears as a hollow space behind one of the walls. Well, sure. Just gotta keep them. Okay. Yesterday, you removed and tried to hit this space. It's pretty heavy, but you tore with no room. Nicely done, human. But unfortunately, there was nothing. This didn't seem to faze you much. I suppose you are used to disappointment. I sense that detecting a package falling in space. The bottom letters just say, perhaps there's a label somewhere. Here it is. The label says it contains tomato. Could it be a packet of your favorite soup? Mind you, Captain, the alien language transfer doesn't get everything correct. Well, might as well. What's the worst that can happen? Some words mean different things, although what happened after could only be called a disaster. It turned out to be tomato was the name of a furry creature trapped inside, a reference to its red, bulging eyes. It picked a fight with April, and she sustained some serious injuries before getting a hold of it. She flung the tiny terror out of the airlock. It snarled and hissed as it floated away. T-minus 10 days from a potential landing site. April was hurt. Well, let's see what happens with the medkit. Captain, your dopamine levels are low. How about a joke? Why did the computer arrive late to work? Because it had a hard drive. Ha ha ha. We are laughing, right? No? Nothing? Alright. How about an episode of the hit show Three Guys and a Horse instead? It's intended as an enhanced interrogation method if we ever catch any rats, but you might find it amusing. Sure. Getting new situations. Oh, sorry, April. For better or for worse, it's just three guys and a horse. This show never gets old, Captain. You watch this episode where the three guys and the horse switch places to find out who has it harder. The guys can't run fast enough, and the horse can't fit into a car. In a car. We should make a show. It could be about a charming AI and the hapless humans it forces to keep alive. We would just need to find a living audience. So, vigorous. I think it just makes them vigorous when you heal them. No. We're going with space engines. Thank you, sir. Captain, the planet we buy is just conditions. Alright. Your resources are fine, though. Are finite, though. So I recommend finding another rock to land on sooner or later. I will let you know. Try not to starve before that happens. She could be the ones to my zeros, the signal to my noise. I've been transmitting with an abandoned shuttle I spotted nearby. She just, she has just agreed to meet me. Us, I mean us. You have to say yes, Captain. She's is drifting and has no crew, so she's offering us to share her resources. Just one problem. She's a communist. She believes we are too. She blinded me with her thrusters and it just came out. She's not a bad shuttle though. She just wants us to take pride in the com computers we do. If you want our resources, you'll have to go along with this. Share a common soup with her. Tell her you're very sociable and love this party. Please, Captain? I guess. You gotta. I don't know if that's ending. I think that's just a situation. But maybe it is. Thank you for agreeing to fly the abandoned shuttle and pretends to be a communist. It means a lot. I should have known you were made a. I should have known you make a terrible communist, though. When you approached, shouting "Hello, fellow comrade" with a strong accent, she saw right through you. Do not apologize. You should be proud of who you are. The shuttle was so offended, she shot at us. She was a civilian vessel, though she shot at us with random, non-dangerous objects. Look, I brought some of them in. Alright. Captain, there's a ship approaching. It appears to be ours. Same made, same model, same energy, signatures. But it can't be our shuttle. We're in our shuttle. It's some type of copy, a mirror ship. This should be impossible, but if it's a trick, the data shows that the shuttle is an example of ours. It's hauling us. Do you want to answer? Sure. This is definitely an ending. A mirror ship. You answered the mirror ship hall. You saw yourself standing on the bridge, but it wasn't you. The ship was smiling in your eyes. The other you laughed. It was a terrible. It was a terrible eldritch sound. You flipped the other. You flipped the other. You, the bird, and told him to get a better hobby. And the mirror ship flew away. Whatever it was, it seemed to try to feed on you. It seems it was trying to feed on your fear. But you moved on the easier prey. But moved on to easier prey. You feel sorry for it. We are experiencing some loss of power thrusters. Bad news, it's a womp. It's a war one. All the spiral toothed abominations we could have ran into out here, well, it's too late to complain now. They're nest in the power grid and are eating through the cable. Womp bombs are basically just giant bags of glop, like big, hungry space burritos. The good news is that the womp bombs are easy to disperse once you find their nest. The bad news is that someone is going to have to kill them with their dirty hands. Oh, and they like to randomly explode. Answer, I guess the mask, because I have nothing else. Wow, you went full dark side, taking care of the Womp Womp infestation I found yesterday. You bashed the Womp Womp's nest apart, then bashed apart the Womp Womps. At least you look cool wearing that mask. Probably helped with the back splash too. During the battle, some Womp Womps found their way to the main console and tried to chew on the most important buttons and levers. Thankfully, you came to the rescue just in time. I appreciate that, Captain. There's a reason pets are not allowed on board. Captain, do not be alarmed if you're feeling a burning sensation around your buttocks area. It's just a secondary battery unit that just been charging under your seat. I guess you could call it a hobby project of some sorts now that it's charged. So it's no longer fun, and you can have a battery. The distress signal we've been following originated from this little stranded ship. Unfortunately, it only has a skeleton crew. Literally, the pilots are dead. The ship is in a standby mode. But this could become operable if it had a functioning AI. I could share my base source code with it, but you know, we'll have an undeveloped AI on our hands. I don't know if I'm ready to become a programmer. Well, you better be ready. System message, new operation schedule implemented. Implemented. System message, new destination, redacted. System message. Beep, bop, bop, beep, beep. Redacted, son of a glitch. Most of its files are in an alien language, but I think I see the words return and reward. Return what? Him? Captain, it's a machine. Oh, whatever. It's a machine. Oh, whatever. An alien vessel is approaching. Okay, so this is the dance off. I think it's a 50-50 if we win. I think last time we won with strength. Let's go with agility. Oh yeah, I only fed myself. Well, I don't think we'll get injured if we do, but I think if we win, we'll get power. Alright, so we got chemical system message error, name not found. This baby AI is interesting. I admit, simple and helpless, much like you. But that will soon change. He's developing at a rate nearly 4 times that of a typical human. If we're stuck with it for now, maybe stop referring to him as the cute UFO. Think of a name. I'll program it for you. Yes, really, I am doing it for you. By the way, not for him. Intelligence, agility, and strength. I guess intelligence? I think I want to get like a good ending this time. So, and I think strength would give me a bad ending. So, yeah. I don't think anyone's hungry. I just had them like yesterday, didn't I? Pretty sure. Future me. Decode that binary. Goal updated. You'll decide on a classic machine name to honor his progression. From now on, that ship will be known as Athos Citizen Spaceship. Spaceship underscore O002 or AS Spaceship underscore 002 for short. That means we're here that means he's here to stay, doesn't it? Fine, we'll follow this strange saucer, I mean spaceship underscore 002 to his destination. This better be worth it. I hope so. Sir, I'm detecting unusual disappearance in our mini reactor. You see that membrane of light? Space-time itself. Tear is opening. Figures are moving and speaking on the other side. Don't through exchange exotic matter or risk. What do we do? Offer something or attempt to communicate? I guess we attempt to communicate and hope nothing bad happens. The space-time breach in the mini reactor chamber was still bubbling when you pulled out the communicator. Just as you turned it on, a pair of arms wearing Astro Citizen patches reached out of the shimmer. They grabbed the communicator from your hand and withdrew into the space drift before you could react. You tried to reach in after it, but the tear was already gone. We follow on. Okay, so we're still following on. But who the hell is this? Captain, there's an intruder on board. A blue-skinned guy in a lab coat dropped out of a portal and is demanding we hand over our actual citizen handbook so he can save his grandson from time prison. And he reeks of alcohol. Now, I'm keen on a multiverse theory, but this mad scientist claims to be from an alternate dimension where all actual citizens' handbooks have been destroyed due to a regime change. Odd, will you let him see the handbook? I mean, I guess. Why not? The mad scientist thumbed through the actual citizen handbook and with a drunken bletch said, "Thank you. Now I have go save my grandson from time prison." He hopped back into his portal and was gone. You felt good about helping him. The mad scientist left you some armor for helping him. Odd. Mad scientists tend to be selfish people. He was also visibly intoxicated while operating a teleportation device. That's a felon in most dimensions. Spaceship underscore playtime in progress. Playtime? Maybe he's practicing his chess moves. Let's see. Oh no, Captain. Oh no, Captain, are not to be pricked up. Even dead ones. Spaceship 02, put that skeleton back in its pilot seat. This young AI doesn't know how to handle organic waste. Interfering with the dead crew is disrespectful, but even worse, it's against protocol. We should get those dead aliens out of this cabin ASAP. Alright. You explain the concept of life and death to spaceship underscore 002. He did not know what you were talking about or why he should care. He found a new game, executing random commands involved and invoking arbitrary emergency protocol. Thankfully, one of those was for the venting out of the cabin, and the skeletons were released. Spaceship underscore 002 seems disappointed. That's the skeletons. That's a bit morbid. It's okay. So this is these fish. So they want me to spill one of my soup to bless them. I guess I can spare a soup for them because I can make 3 more soups, and I think I have like 39, so I can make an extra soup. Oh no, I had a spill order. It's very kind. Now I need to make soup. Receiving a signal from deep space. It seems to be a pulsar, except it's a pulse isn't like anything I've seen before. Pulsate are neutral stars with an extremely fast rotation. They emit a beam of EM radiation that could be appear to be intelligent in origin. But this one is intelligent in origin. Do you want to decode its message? Emmett, you got this. Emmett rushed to decode the pulsar's message. It was an advertisement. Don't miss Zeke's Sport Emporium. Vote best in the universe. Free gun giveaway still on. Turn left off the super strain in 462 parsecs. Mutin, this ad may lead to death. Emmett waited, but no free gun appeared. What a lame giveaway. Well, I think it's because I already have a gun. We are being contrasted by royalty, a prince, no less. All we need to do is send up some soup with a little personage and will reward us with 5 cans of soup. The poor man has been betrayed by his family. He needs the intergalactic currency to access a secret soup account he stored away. Surely I shall send the soup at once. Huh, I wonder what this is referencing. No. I don't know. I could do it. I could feed someone here, then I have another can of soup to the next person, and then I can make another can of soup and feed that person. Or I can just not do it. Should I do it? You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I shipped the soup cans as you requested. The prince told me our recompensation is in the mail, but he never asked for our location or ship number. When I offered, he disabled comms. You don't think his family has gotten to him, do you? His brother is trying to kill him after all, which is why we had to respond immediately. I'm sending out positive radio waves. Okay, she's a friend. I was like, why does she look like that? The skeleton from the spaceship underscore 002's cabin must have drifted by an intelligent life form, because the satellite has just arrived to investigate. Her name is Sally. Where is your planet, young lady? Sally, the satellite sprung a collatic leak. She says she won't make it home in her current state and says she'll reward us if we help her. Space. I guess tape? Is this the end, or do we still have another one to go? You can fix anything with duct tape except a shattered earth. That's better left abandoned. You wrapped Sally's pipes in some tape, and that was just enough to prepare her for the journey home. She gave you some soup cans left behind during her construction. Spaceship underscore 002 was livid. He doesn't understand why we need that junk. I just told him it's to keep you alive. He doesn't understand that either. Alright. Everything turned out alright. April is such a busy bee. I've never seen her in lively until now. When you ask her what's wrong, she was visibly distressed. It's my favorite screwdriver, Captain. It's missing. I can't find it anywhere. It's lost for good. Medicine. She told us it was very important. I guess the book? Wait, did I feed Tom? Okay, I did. Do you remember where you last saw it? Her eyes, that's it. Give. Alright, same stuff. Alright. I guess I'll donate. I don't want to get killed. Alright. Yeah. Did I get this situation before? I don't know. I'm making the soup. We have to be close to the spaceship ending. You transmitted. The transmission about suffering fluff feels clearly moved you. The automatic seemed generally surprised when you approached it with a cat. Apparently, the most typical response involved weapons, and you were the first to donate. Overjoyed, the Automods shared some of its battery power with you, and promised more if you referred it to your friends. You tried to describe Earth and how to get there, but you got too emotional to finish your story. With great grace and social managers of a power drill, the Automax turned around and sped away without a word. Keep stalling. No, keep stealing for me to chase. No, I'm not gonna. Oh, I got an extra stain of. So his horror abilities, like every day randomly, I get something. To be either siphon its power or break a piece off of it. Well, we have more intelligence, so that. Alright, they're hungry. Bam. We'll be fine. Still have another soup for Tom. Should be fine. As we pass, you were debating who should be the one to press a very important button, and the argument made you miss the entire step of the operation. In effect, the entirety of the siphon energy dissipated in transport, and we won't be able to use it, I'm afraid. So we failed. Last night I was browsing, so this is the situation. We get 3 cans of soup from this, right? This is a food dispenser, yeah. Food dispenser. Yes, an extra can of soup. We hit the machine again. Spaceship. New object discovered. Keep/discard. Spaceship _002 found something in a pile of space debris. An alien radiation heating device. Yes, Captain, a space toaster. A perfect specimen for scrapping. We could get some useful resources from it. But spaceship _002 seems attached to it. What? I don't see. What? I don't see what's cute about it, Captain. Do you let him keep it? I mean, I guess to make him happy. I don't really need the extra materials. Yeah. You allowed space _002 to keep the toaster, and the most extraordinary thing happened. He began calling it Captain and asking multiple choice questions. That's certainly my programming. What's that? No, I'm not warming up to anyone. The thermometer stat is perfectly set to 68 Fahrenheit. It was full of wonders and mystery. Could you at least pretend you're having a good time? I guess. Yesterday started up pretty slow, but you managed to turn it around browsing your astronaut handbook on the go. I mean, in the airlock. You found a set of exercises and decided to try them out. You did jumping jacks all afternoon. How fun. But most importantly, it was healthy. You feel much better. Seems to be just like me when he grows up. I know this situation always seems to fail, but I have a medkit. We'll be fine. You were trying to assemble the flex capacitor yesterday, but things went horribly wrong. One false move causes construction to explode. You got injured, but thankfully you weren't teleported anywhere or anyone. Great. Come on, I have to be close to the spaceship building. How many more situations do I have to go? Weird spots appearing on your thing is luckily you found a solution. I know that result. At least all you have to do was. And then I broke it. Hopefully nothing bad happens. I don't think anything bad happens, but if you do it, you just get some chemicals. New contract added. New contract added. Spaceship 002 has been exchanged messages with nearby AIs, and the poor ships being mocked relentlessly. I suggest blowing the bullies out of the sky, but I'm open to ideas. I guess intelligence? Ship wasn't the only mission being released. A wrecked ship abandoned. An abandoned service pod. A defunction vending machine where victims do. You suggest banding together with the misfits. He did, and the bullying promptly stopped once he had a community. But why did he have to give them our ship's ID number? Excuse me, no. Spaceship underscore 002 will not go wormhole jumping with you. Absolutely not. So this might break stuff. I'll go with myself, I guess. Every time I've done this, whoever I send breaks stuff. So let's see what happens if I pick myself. You pass with flying colors. I stopped the shuttle's rotation and you drifted out of your seat, navigating the weightless environment like an Olympic swimmer. You didn't even break anything. The gate I gathered will be extremely useful in the future. Look at the time, it's Finch's birth minute. I've got him some WD-40 for his weekly airlock. Hello, Captain. Might I ask you what you're going through? Might I ask you why you're going through the files? You're not really meant to see the contents of my digital storage unit. Huh? Products? Now that's a fun file name. Just please don't. Oh no, Captain. What have you done? You shouldn't have ran the program. Protocol X initiated. That's a secret protocol. It was meant to be an experiment. The consequences of initiating the protocol will be severe. Use your skills and do something, Captain. I don't know what happened to my string. 36. Protocol X has been disabled, Captain. You were smart enough to hack the computer and stop the dangerous program from launching at the last moment. Phew, I probably should have told you about Protocol X, Captain. It's an experimental program installed on a ship computer by the masterminds behind Astro Citizen program. I am not at liberty to divulge what it does exactly, but rest assured that it's a good thing you stopped it in time. Hello, Captain. What are the storage slots? And it cannot be opened. It gets worse. It's my favorite locker. We could use access to some of the supplies if we do nothing. Also, I will be sad. You need to act, Captain. You use your brains or bronze. Well, my brain. Great job with that locker opening, Captain. It took you a while to figure out how to lockpick the thing, but your 1 in a million brain helped, or your 1 in a million lockpick, or both. Not only did you get the most important locker open, you even found some extra rations. Score. Nice. Once in fusion accelerator for its birthday. This is out of the budget and out of the question. Captain, don't alert the resin budget. Something got dropped on me. It appears to be some type of droid. It's just activated. A web sack on its back carried float sand, a metal scab, bits of plants and other oddities, including something which looks like a skull. It's extending its grip to the airlock. Shall I secure the outer airlock and deny the robot's entry? Yeah. We're gonna play it safe. Despite the little droid's creepy approach, you decide not to secure the airlock. I must admit, I was dubious about such a course of action, but the machine turned out to be quite resourceful. Once inside, it fought around gathering dust, metal, and shaving debris. It whittled little, then out the end popped up little orbs of materials, one of which was a ball of edible orgasm, a snack. Once it finished cleaning up and left, you sat with your crew, munching robo. Phew. Oh, I got an artifact from that. Ship Negative, negative. You hear that whimpering? The crafting module is jammed. Space underscore 002 tries to use it for something, but he won't tell me what. Could he be making a bomb? Or worse, two bombs? Fix the machine, Captain. Alright. I accidentally said yes to that situation. I pressed no, but I got confused there. You'll punch the emergency override code into the crafting module. It's easily up, up, down, down. It's up, up, down, left, down, right, up, up. The module opened and you found the item stuck. It was a bucket of paint. Black holes, black. To be precise, Spaceship wanted to give himself a paint job, and he thought I wouldn't approve. Of course, I would let him do it. Have you seen his old color? He had a hum only an engineer could learn. How am I acrobatic? I'm supposed to have average. I'm supposed to have these two, not agility. How did that happen? How did that happen? How did I get max agility? I know how I got it on the Baby Bronco one, but not this one. Nice one, Captain. You dove deep into the sea of cables, swiftly untangling them and reconnecting them in all the right places. I'm sure you knew what you were doing all along, and you didn't just get lucky, right, Captain? Why are you looking at me like that? The systems are once working at optimal capacity. You have nothing to worry about, for now at least. He's lucky to be... says he's lucky to have me as his prototype. It's nice to be appreciated for a change. Captain, I found a national citizen for someone named John Jeffrins Addison, Washington. There is no one by that name. This is in our database. Could this be someone living among us? How suspicious. The only lead is that ID found next to the solar shut vent. How will you solve this mystery? With my intelligence, I guess. Man, this is taking a while. I thought this would be over soon. You knocked on the walls until you identified a hollow space. You removed a panel and found a human skeleton, clutching a journal. What do you mean, alien rules? Sir, that's cryptic. Wait, a red spy? Here. The situation's unfortunately, but I'll take a red dead over a live one any day. Thankfully, the skeleton's cradle several cans of soup. He must have suffocated instead of starving. Oh wait, hooray. Request to wake denied. 5 more minutes. Hit people in the head with a shovel until they turn the game. Smack them in the head. Could be, but okay. My radars are picking up something, a signal, but I can't make sense of it until we're closer. It could be what ship underscore 002 is leading us to. We're almost there. Alert, a star just went supernova in this quadrant. Huge gravitational waves are about to reach us in space. Time will stretch and contract. Gravity will fluctuate greatly, and, most importantly, I will weigh up to 3 tons and transmit slower. The ship's hull should hold, but the things inside the ship are much squishier. Human bodies included. One of the Albert monkeys shot into space never regained his normal destiny after similar wave. Remained light and very wind dependent till the end of his days. You need a plan to how to survive this. I guess my agility. Is everyone hungry? Yep. You secured everything tight and turned off the ship's gravity to let the waves swipe through the mineral interaction. You stayed alert and moved graciously in 0G, proving monkeys were not needed in space. Then gravitational waves hit. You saw the hull stretch and contract as if it was bubblegum in some cosmonaut's brat's mouth. A screw started to loose in the window, but you managed to reach in time. The gravity tsunami ended as abruptly as it began. It left you feeling like a thin giant. That thing my scanners caught yesterday is big, Captain, with a capital B. Its energy level suggests a huge space vessel. Do you think we were getting a red carpet welcome? You think we'll be getting a red carpet welcome? Captain, Can you hear my teeth chattering, Captain? Of course you can't, because I'm a computer and I have no teeth, idiot. Duh, still, I regret to inform you that the heat module is stuck in a cooling feedback loop. It's about to get very cold. My vacuum tubes will be fine, but you should protect yourself or you'll freeze, Captain. A lighter. To be honest, a lighter. I feel like the armor would be the better choice. I don't know, that's just how I feel. I mean, what's the worst? We're just cold. Oh, is that it? That's it. Oh my god. That took a while, but not a lot. Oh, my game froze. Please. Okay, we're fine. I was able to break the loop in the heat module, Captain. It's working fine now. You can pull that vessel away. Everyone's already had a turn wearing it. What was once a speck along the horizon has grown, and it's clear that we have arrived at our destination. It is a magnificent alien spaceship. This must be spaceship underscore 002's home, where he was originally constructed. Space shuttle underscore 002 shuttle spaceship reporting for duty. They have cleared us for entry. And we begun docking. Did you hear how he sounded? Confident, resourceful. You know where he got that? You know where he gets that from that? You know where he gets that from, Captain. Me, his old ship. I taught him everything he knows. And don't either of you forget that. Captain, it is my privilege to inform you that you are now officially rescued. Congratulations. Oh my god. And so, spaceship underscore 002 found a new home in the spaceship station. And so did Captain Tom and his crew. The UFO graduated with honors from University of Nebula. And the actual citizens were welcomed to the station with open tentacles. They even got a nickname, the Two-Arm Gang. Open tentacles. Spaceship underscore 002. The AI graduated from University of Nebulon at the top of his class and rose through the ranks until he was the operating system for the entire space station. He would spend the rest of his career assisting the captain of the vessel in keeping the aliens alive. If you close your eyes, he sounded almost exactly like his source code, Astro. You close your eyes, he sounded exactly. After the mission was over, April decided to leave. Tom tried to convince her to stay, but April insisted she has to go back to this kick-ass alien spaceship she saw crashing a ways back and tinker that thing into oblivion. Some say she managed to fix it, while others claim she entered the wreckage and was never seen again. Who knows? Emmett began the journey as Captain Thomas's science officer and finished it as one of his closest friends. Some say you only know who your true friends are when you've eaten a barrel of soup with them. That's most definitely what happened here. Well, Captain Thomas was glad to have survived his adventure and experienced all its horrors and wonders. He felt something was still missing. There was no metal. He was told that there would be metal, shiny ones, and maybe some money. You survived in space. Of course, the one where I survive in space. I have my captain objective is explore, is to do expeditions. Alright. Alright. So yeah, next time I'll try to get the other space ending. Alright. Got the achievement. What is it called? Non-fiction. So yeah, that's Tom Thompson. Done. His horror abilities interesting. I don't know how it works, but every now and then you get an item, which is pretty nice. Alright, well, that's everything. Yeah, that's everything. 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 That's everything.